Hello, welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron, and I am thoroughly defeated right now. Been watching the last few episodes. Number one, thanks. Appreciates it. That's what I appreciates about you, viewers. Go ahead and mash subscribe. I don't get anything. I don't get paid, but it's a little boost to the ego. I could use that right now. Life's kind of kicking me right in the taint. I was gonna say kicking me in the dick, which is worse? Life's kicking me in the dick. Let's go with that, because it's got kind of that rhyming thing. Kicked in the dick. Alright. Let me digress. Wind it back. Let's start all over, okay? How about that? Hello. Welcome to Drinks with Ron. I'm Ron, and I don't have a drink, and I don't have a random hat. So let me rectify both of those. Number one, random hat. Celtics hat's still around. Let's go with that. The triumvirate of taps is functioning once again, but I'm not going to go there yet. I might not even get into that. No, I'm instead going to enjoy a hemp tails. 8% alcohol by volume. Passion fruit express. Real hemp seeds, natural hemp, and passion fruit flavors. Hemp tastes like shit. I don't know why anybody would want something to taste like hemp. I don't want hemp to taste like hemp. Yeah. So this, okay, is looking more like Ted, seriously, buddy, I just let you outside 4 times. You're gonna shut the fuck up on this one. I hate to show you up in front of people, but I just let you out 4 times. Let's not do this anymore. I don't have the patience for it right now. You just wait till I fucking wrap up. You're just making this take longer. Get centered, Ron. Okay. So, things have been kicking my ass. I said it in previous episodes. Well, the cascading shitstorm of my ass being kicked is just continually coming. Just right in the dick. Life just go... Okay, so I think I told you the beer cooler went down. My kid's car went down when I went to get my mom's car for my kid to drive. In the meantime, it went down. When I picked it up, it had no brakes. So, fast forward. I still don't have anything rectified, man. It's a lot of I didn't know exactly what was wrong with my kid's car. I thought I had some wearing on one tire. In my experience, that has been ball joints. That's what it was last time I encountered this. So, I talked to my coworker, and she knows more about this shit than me, and she's like, no, it's not. Ball joint. It's probably a wheel bearing, from what you're describing. I was driving home from work one day, and the wheel just started doing this, like while I was holding on to it. It was very disconcerting, and I was like, man, who knows? It's, Wisconsin, snows, they salt the roads, it rusts, it eats the shit out of everything. Like, it eats your car's frame asshole first from the ground up. It's insane. I bought a car from Florida years ago, and the rust was all up by the windshield. That nice salt air. Now, around here, everything rusts from the bottom up. But don't worry, you don't need anything under there like brakes and things that keep your tires attached to the car. So yeah, I didn't want to take it to the shop. Anything that's getting fixed on this car would exceed the Blue Book value. So my carrier, my coworker, says, hey, my son's bored, he's off work, we got a garage, I'm sure he'll do it cheap. Like, bang, perfect. I'm gonna order the part, when it comes in, I'll drive the car up there and drop it off. So I did, got the wheel bearing, took it out there, dropped it off. I get a call, and she's like, no dude, it ain't wheel bearing. Your entire stabilizer bar has rusted off. Stabilizer bar, big metal piece, it's all bendy to fit under the frame, connects the 2 tires so that when they turn, there's this skin in it. I'm not a huge car guy, so I'm not gonna eloquently explain it with all part names, but let me just say in caveman terms, it connects your 2 fucking wheels together so that when you turn them, they don't just flop. I don't know, fucking Google it. I'm not here to educate today, I'm here to be angry, and I'm doing it quite well. Okay, focus, Ron. So, Now I have to return this part. No big deal. That's my fuck up. But I didn't want to leave the car there with no parts. I wanted him to be ready to go. Still, I jumped the gun. My bad. 15 bucks. I eat it. Then I return it. So he sends a picture of what I need for an 06 Malibu. And I'm like, bro, my daughter's is an 05. So the one he sends me, the full kit. The bars, the bushings, the connectors, the whole ordeal. 70 bucks. Yeah, well, of course, that's for the 06. For the 05, no, I have to search and search and search. I finally find one website that's got it. 70 bucks, but with the size, they send a priority 50 shipping. So after shipping and processing, my $70 part became $150. So I get the part out there after it finally shows up. Then I get a phone call. She's like, he says that's not the right one. The one that we were gonna order is the one. I'm like, what the fuck? Like maybe it got titled wrong? Because I'm going off the title and registration. So I'm like, well, send me the VIN and I'll look it up by VIN. So no, they looked it up and he's like, no, the VIN says it's an 05 too. So I text my father-in-law, who's like, it's an amazing resource for these type of things. He's got an 08 Malibu, but he informs me it was built with leftover 07 parts. So I'm wondering if the same thing didn't happen, something screwy here. So anyway, I gotta return this part. I ordered another one. That's coming today now. So, of course, my coworker isn't there today. She's off the rest of the week. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to drive my car 20 miles and drop it off. Like, okay. No, she sends him up to get it. Just cool. Swap out. He checks it, says this is the right one. We're good. So now I start processing my return. I'm obviously out to 50 for shipping, and I'm out to 20 for fucking processing. So I was like, I'll get my 70 bucks back. I'm gonna have to, call this a victory. I'm still saving money from going to the shop, even with the constant dick kicks going up. I'm coming out ahead. So I go to return it. I'm like, man, they're really gonna make me eat another 50. How is this gonna work? All these places that process returns, they all do it different. Different carriers, different systems. I'm like, well, let's find out. So I call. She sends the thing. She's like, okay, well, we'll send you a prepaid shipping label. It's going to cost you an additional $12. Like, 12? Why don't you ship it UPS fucking freight ground when you... The first time? Like, okay, no, that's a win. It's only $12. So... 70, 60. So now I've got 57. I've eaten $93 on this transaction. But hopefully that will remedy this. And then I'll have one car back in the mix. So my daughter, I said my mom's car had no brakes. Went there, I pushed them, they went right to the fucking floor. Right to the fucking floor over and over. And I heard a sound. Opened the door and I stuck my head out and I heard... Every time I press it, you could literally hear the air coming out of the back. I'm like, that shit's rusted right off. I can't do nothing. So we had to go to her grandpa's house at like 9:45 at night, which, people older than me are definitely not wanting to be bothered then. And of course he was sick, so we had to pester him for keys. So she's been borrowing his car. Last night, I'm like, I gotta get out of the house. I gotta do something, go play euchre in a shed. A very Wisconsin phrase, if ever there were one. I'll drink that. In fact, everybody in Wisconsin, or who's ever been to Wisconsin, never heard of Wisconsin. Let's drink. Hey, that ain't bad. So, she's been borrowing a car. Last night, I get out, play a game of euchre in a shed. I am there, I'm there not. 10 minutes. My phone rings. You gotta come home. What? Car's in the street. Like, what? Okay. Cars go in the street. Like, what are you saying to me? Car's in the street. Like, I fucking elaborate. I need more than... Maddie went to leave for dance. She started the car. She backed out. The car died. She can't get it started. It's sitting in the street. Those are the collection of words that I need to have to be able to process to do some action. Okay, so I'm like, well, guys, I gotta go deal with this. Kind of hinting that I'm probably not coming back. one of my buddies is like, hey, how about I go with you? I can help you push it out of the way, and then I'm your excuse to come back because you got to bring me back here to my car. Okay, so we go push it out of the way. I'm trying to start it. It is making a funny fucking sound. And as somebody who's driven shitty cars for the better part of 30 fucking years, let me tell you, I am intimately familiar with a weird sound. And this one gave me a sound that said, this car ain't gonna go no more. So I came home today, popped the hood, pulled the dipstick, because you gotta check for oil. It's got an oil leak. Yeah, it smelled like gas. Smelled like gas real bad, to the point where my hand smelled like gas just from pulling this fucking thing out and touching it. So I'm like, okay, well, I think that explains that. So yeah, that car's fried. I'm not even gonna tell him yet. He had to be hauled into surgery yesterday. It's a fucked up thing. He's gonna have to go back in. It's like, you want to call him in between recovering from surgery and be like, hey, and your car died. Yep, smells like gas, ain't gonna go no more. Good luck. So yeah, we're not doing that. It's been a hell of a last few weeks. Let me tell you. But my car needs to get some work done. I think the wheel bearing's going on that. It's one of those things where my car, it was driving funny, felt weird. But, it's real windy up where I drive, I get tossed around. But now that I've noticed it, and now I'm worried. Like, when I wasn't thinking about it, it wasn't a big thing. Now it's a fucking thing. I white knuckle it to work every day now. Like, so if I can get one car back, and this guy's said he'd take a look at my Jeep and see if maybe $100 wheel bearing and his... I don't know, man. I don't know. I just came home, showered, brushed my teeth, all new clothes. Like, we're just washing this shit off of us, including the literal scent of failure with the car. But I did buy a $10 dorm fridge. I put a collar on it. Maybe I'll do an episode. We'll get into all of that later. But let me just say the Triumvirate of Taps is up and running, mostly. Little asterisk here. I put the Greg Cody Show sticker on the tap. I wanted to do that initially, but I got 3 from Greg. One of them I stuck on my keg cooler. The other one I had sitting up here on the wall until I could finalize placement. And the third one apparently fell under the cooler and was ruined when my sewer backed up. So I was like, damn. Well, don't look around, I can't find the second one. So, long story short, that's my last one. When the cooler died, the little razor blade, we cut her off, and Greg's got a tap here at Third Generation Brewing, the Triumvirate of Taps. And, well, anyway, looks like I talk too much. I'm gonna owe $1. So, I didn't even get into the album. Television, Marquee Moon, I believe 1978, kind of a new wave, punk kind of phase, very guitar driven, super riffy, absolutely love it. I've wanted it on vinyl for a long time, and I finally rewarded myself because I needed the salve of some shiny new vinyl on the dick kicks that life has been doling out. So, and I'm finished my drink, $1 into the Wrath of Todd Fine Bucket. So for television and the hemp tails, and the rising like a phoenix, the Triumvirate of Taps here at Third Generation Brewing. I am Ron, signing off. It's called back timing, motherfuckers. Uh-oh. So good.